to this live stream between the Raptors and Cavaliers, Game 1 of this Eastern Conference first round series. At the half, the Cavs lead the Raptors 61-54. Let's go ahead and run down some of the first half stats in this one. Cleveland 53% from the floor, 20 of 38. They were 8 of 17 from three-point range at 47%, 13 of 17 at the free throw line for 76%. Toronto in that first half, 21 out of 40 for 53%, 8 of 15 from three-point range, also 53%. 4 of 9 at the free throw line. That was a little bit of a struggle for the Raptors in the first half, 44%. Rebound edge went to the Cavaliers, 18-15. Turnovers a bit of a bugaboo both sides in the first half. Raptors turned it over 8 times. Cavaliers turned it over 7 times in that first half. Paint points in the paint. There was an edge there for Cleveland at 24-14. Individual numbers in that first half. Cleveland was led by James Harden's 15 points. Donovan Mitchell added 13 in the first half and 11 points off the bench out of Max Strus. 9 points from Evan Mobley, 6 points out of Jared Allen, 4 points from Sam Merrill, and 3 points out of Keon Ellis. For the Raptors, they were led by Brandon Ingram's 13 points. They had 3 11-point scorers in the first half. R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Jamal Sheed all had 11 points in that first half for Toronto. 6 points off the bench from Colin Murray-Boyles and 2 points out of Jacoby Walter to wrap up the scoring for the Raptors in the first half as the Cavs lead it by 7, 61-54. Halftime entertainment in Cleveland. And who is that? What's the name? Is it Red Panda? Is that the name of that? The girl that balances all those plates on her and rides the unicycle and play. I think it's Red Panda. Good to see her back. She suffered a very serious injury. I think it was last year. So she was out for a little while. Glad to see her back and good to see her back out performing. After that injury she suffered. I think Red Panda. I wanted to say Red Panda, I think is the performer's name. 3 more playoff games yet to come today. Coming up after this one, they're just about to tip off in a little over an hour in the Mile High City. Timberwolves and Nuggets, game 1 of that series. That is the 3-6 matchup out in the West. And coming up for a 6 o'clock Eastern time, roughly tip, game 1 of the 3-6 matchup in the East. The Hawks, the 6 seed, the Knicks, the 3 seed. Game 1 of that series. And the first day of competition will be wrapped up tonight in primetime with game 1 of the Rockets and Lakers from Los Angeles. That's the 4-5 matchup in the West. Top 2 seeds in the East and West all get underway tomorrow. Pistons will be hosting the Magic. Celtics and 76ers in the East tomorrow. And then tomorrow in the West, Thunder and the Suns and the Spurs and the Trailblazers. Game 1 of those series tomorrow. And another reminder, I will be on later tonight. This is the only NBA playoff action I am doing today. I will be on my live stream later tonight for some MLB action. Braves and Phillies from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. That is scheduled for a 7:15 first pitch out in Philadelphia. I will be on the live stream for that one later on this evening. Braves and Phillies MLB action from the city of brotherly love. But right now, 61-54 our score here. Cavaliers lead the Raptors at halftime in game 1 as we are just a couple minutes away from second half action. Game 2 of this series will be Monday night before the scene shifts to Toronto. for games 3 and 4, which will be coming up on Thursday, and a week from tomorrow, next Sunday, will be game 4 of this series. Scheduled to be determined after that. "16 teams starting today, fighting for an NBA championship." It all gets underway on this Saturday afternoon, game 1 in Cleveland to kick off the playoffs. Worth noting, no real serious foul trouble. Raptors have 5 players with 2. Jalen Tyson for the Cavaliers does have 3 fouls. And they've got 2 other players with 2 fouls. So here we go, just about ready for quarter number 3. And we are underway with the third quarter. Raptors possession. Sheed, the floater inside, can't get it to drop. Rebound pulled down by Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell. And back come the Cavs for their first possession of the third quarter. Mitchell gets inside, will back it back out. Mitchell with it now on the outside. 5 on the shot clock. Donovan Mitchell has to drive, put it up, and get fouled with 3 on the shot clock. Donovan Mitchell will head to the line for 2. Brandon Ingram on the foul. First free throw, good. One more free throw coming for Donovan Mitchell, looking for his 15th point of the game. Got it. 63-54. Cavalier lead is 9. Sheed brings it up the floor for Toronto. Sheed off now to Barnes. Scotty Barnes on the drive. Barnes, the off-balance fadeaway. That's no good as it rimmed out. Rebound pulled down by the Cavaliers. Outside it goes to Mobley. Mobley tries to drive, gets cut off. And now Mobley tries to drive on the right side, gives it off to Jarrett Allen, who will put it in with the right hand. And this is the largest lead of the game now at 11 points. 65-54, minute and a half old, third quarter. Total. Still scoreless on the game. He's only taken 1 shot. Inside pass deflected and stolen. Cavaliers get the steal. Here's Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell on the drive with the right hand. No good, but a follow dunk by Dean Wade, and that will lead to a Toronto timeout. 6-0 spurt for the Cavs to open the second half, and they've built a 13-point lead, 67-54. Just underway here in the third quarter. Run forced Toronto to take an early timeout. So good start to the second half here for Cleveland. Raptors find themselves in a 13-point hole. This is the largest lead of the game. Raptors want to be careful here. Don't dig themselves too big a hole here that they're not going to be able to get out of. Donovan Mitchell now tied with James Harden for team high on the Cavs with 15. Raptors have gotten absolutely nothing today out of Jakob Poeltl, a nearly 11-point per game scorer. He is scoreless and has only gotten off one shot in this game so far. Following the timeout, Raptors bring the ball up. Outside, here's a three-pointer by Barrett. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Cavaliers. Here. Looking to drive, gets cut off on the outside. Now we'll drive again. Corner. Oh, free Evan Mobley. That's good. 9-0 run to open the third quarter for the Cavs as they have built a 16-point lead. At the other end, a block shot. I think we're going to get a foul, however, on Cleveland. First free throw for Ingram is good, and the Raptors finally on the board here in the third quarter. It took a little over 2.5 minutes. Colin Murray-Boyles checks back into the lineup for Toronto. Replacing Poeltl. Ingram's second free throw on the way. Good. He's got 15 now. 70-56. Cavs lead is 14. Mobley with it. Mobley drives inside. Mobley turns with the right hand and scores. Evan Mobley with 14. 72-56. Guns. Open three-pointer. No, he thought about it. He shot that. Back come the Cavs. Chance to add to this 16-point lead. Harden. Harden looking to drive. Now will pull up to the right of the free throw line. Karam's off the rim. No good. Jarrett Allen goes for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds off Toronto, though. It will stay Cleveland ball. Mobley gets it into Harden. Here's Harden. Outside to Wade in the corner. 4 to shoot. Wade off to Mobley. Mobley's going to have to get this up with the shot clock running down. It's a shot clock violation as that did not hit the rim. Turnover for Cleveland. Nearing the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. Spin move inside. Nice feed inside and the layup. That was a great pass inside to Colin Murray-Boyles. 72-58. Donovan Mitchell brings it up for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell will now take it himself and lay it in. The Toronto defense fell asleep under the basket as Mitchell had an easy lane into the basket. 74-58. Shot with the left hand here is up and good by R.J. Barrett. 74-60. Cavs up 14. Harden gets cut off. Will now put it up with the left hand. He missed it short. Rebound still loose. Out of bounds. It will be Cleveland ball. Colin Murray-Boyles is begging for a review. He is adamant that went off Cleveland. And let's see if they will review this. Couldn't really tell from that angle. No challenge here from Toronto, though, it doesn't look like. Inbound it comes, and a corner three-pointer off the inbound is good. It went around and dropped through. 77-60. Murray-Boyles with it on the outside for the Raptors. And the Raptors turn it over. Trying to go for the cross-court pass. That'll be their 10th turnover. .56 to go, third quarter. Cavs bring it up. Strus to Harden. Harden into the corner to Wade. Strus will try another three. Hits again. Strus 3 for 4 from three-point range, and the Cavalier lead is 20 with 6.5 to play in the third. Big third quarter for the Cavaliers. Outscored the Raptors by 13 here in the second half so far. 5 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper by Ingram, no good. Rebound pulled down by Wade of Cleveland. Harden. As we've hit the midway point of the third quarter. Harden. Looking to drive. Now 7 on the shot clock. Harden will pop a 3 instead and miss. Rebound Toronto. Baseball pass ahead. And another turnover for Toronto. That was too far of a pass. Strus to Harden. Back over. Now Strus on the drive. Layup good. Timeout Toronto. As the Cavaliers have pulled away here in this third quarter, they now lead this game by 22, 82-60. Raptors have been held to 6 points in this third quarter. And their 7-point deficit at the half has now turned into a 22-point deficit. With just over 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Strus now game high for the Cavaliers. He's got 19 points. Came in this game averaging in the regular season 11.2. So it's gotten away from the Raptors here pretty quickly in this third quarter. They're going to need to go on some kind of big run here to try to get back in this one. They've been outscored 21-6 here in the third quarter. And now trail this game 82-60. Just over 5.5 to play in the third quarter. As well as NBA playoffs, NHL Stanley Cup playoffs about to get underway here today. Actually, the first face-off here in about 15 to 20 minutes. Worth noting here as the playoffs are getting underway, the Thunder are still the favorites. Heavy favorites. It is the Thunder followed by the Spurs, the number 2, Celtics number 3, and the Nuggets number 4. Cavaliers are 5th in line to win the title on the Vegas odds, but they sit 17-1. So it's a pretty big gap from the top 4 down to 5 as far as title favorites. So you got the Thunder, the Spurs, the Celtics, and the Nuggets, and then a pretty significant gap after that. Following the timeout here, it's Toronto ball. RJ Barrett on the drive, gets 3, gets the layup, count it, and 1. Looks like Barrett might have gotten popped in the mouth too, but he does get the basket and the and 1 here for Toronto. As the Raptors try an inch closer here. Three-point play, and the free throw is good. 82-63, Cavs up 19. Jared Allen with it. Gives it off to Harden. Harden back outside, and a turnover as that went off the hands of Allen out of bounds. 8th Cleveland turnover. Sheed brings it up the floor for Toronto. Gives it off now to RJ Barrett. Barrett gets inside, sends it back outside to Sheed for 3, and it's good. 6 straight out of the timeout for Toronto to pull within 16, 82-66. And we're going to have a foul here on the Raptors, it appears. They're going to get Jamal Sheed He's in disbelief looking at his reaction. Oh, I wonder if they're going to look at this. Sheed delivered a little bit of a blow there to James Harden on that foul, and they are going to the monitor. This one very well may get upgraded. They looked at one earlier in the first half. There was no flagrant assess, which I agree with. This one there very well may be, because Sheed and Harden were kind of battling there. Showing it again here. Harden has his arm around Sheed, and then Sheed takes his arm right up into the face of James Harden. So this one very well could be upgraded to a flagrant one here. Official saying, oh, that's just a common foul. So in it comes here to Harden. Harden looking for help, now finds it. Harden on the outside. Harden will try a three-pointer. Good. Harden now with 18. 85-66. Cavs. Under 4.5 to go, third quarter. Here's Barrett. RJ Barrett gets inside. Shot up, no good, but he gets fouled. RJ Barrett will head to the line. Foul's going to be on Jalen Tyson. That's 4 now on Tyson. He just checked back into the game and picks up his 4th foul. So he's picked up 4 fouls in just 5 minutes of action. Free throw is up and good by RJ Barrett. He'll have one more. Barrett 2 for 2 at the line as he hits the second. 85-68. Cavs up 17. Strus passed and stolen, and we're going to have a foul on the way up as Podol, who's back into the game, gets fouled by Strus as he was going up for the shot. And Podol with a chance to get on the board here with 2 free throws. .409 left third quarter. First free throw is good. Jacob Podol finally on the board for Toronto. Took almost 32 minutes of playing time before he gets his first point. Got the second free throw as well. 85-70. Cleveland's lead is 15. Tyson gives it off now to Harden. Harden, the floater with the left hand. That won't drop. Rebound pulled down by Toronto. Chance to get even closer for the Raptors. Here's RJ Barrett. Barrett on the outside finds Podol. Podol gets inside but is stripped. Another turnover for Toronto. Three-pointer, air ball, but the follow won't drop either by Merrill, and back comes Toronto. Open 3, short. I don't know if that was deflected or if it was just a bad shot. They're saying out of bounds to Cleveland. Scotty Barnes checking back in for the Raptors. Strus brings the ball up for the Cavs. Now Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell on the outside. Mitchell step back, long jumper off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Toronto. Back come the Raptors. Spin move inside, and there's a foul before the shot. Barnes missed the shot. It wouldn't have counted anyway. They got the foul on Strus, I think, of Cleveland. But it will be 2 free throws here for Scotty Barnes as the Cavaliers are over the limit. Donovan Mitchell having a discussion with Tony Brothers. Free throw's no good. One more free throw coming. Got that one. 85-72. 3 minutes to play. Tyson. Mobley gets inside and scores with the right hand. Evan Mobley now with 16. Cavaliers lead is 16, 87-71. Great pass inside. Podol finally gets his first field goal on the great assist from Scotty Barnes. And Cleveland right back the other way gets a basket underneath. 89-73. Barnes gets bumped outside. That's going to be a foul on Strus. That'll be his third. Cleveland over the limit. Toronto will head back to the free throw line. Barnes' first free throw, around the rim and off. Barnes hits the second, goes 1 for 2. At the line, 89. Cavs lead is 15 as we approach the. Donovan Mitchell will back it out and run the offense for Cleveland. 3-point shot on the way. That's too strong. Cleveland's going to get the offensive rebound. Mitchell outside to Strus. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell now drives. Mitchell, the floater with the right hand, won't go. Tip won't go either. And finally, this time, Raptors come down with the rebound. Outside here to Sheed. Sheed with 5 on the shot clock. Sheed, the bounce pass. Shot clock down to 1. Barnes has to put up the off-balance jumper. It rims out. Rebound pulled down by the Cavaliers. As Mitchell will bring it up the floor and is fouled. Jamal Sheed picks up his 4th foul. Team foul number, well, they had 1 to give, so they'll be in the penalty next time. Mobley. 3-pointer in the corner. No. Mobley, the offensive rebound, put back off the glass. No, but tipped in on the third try. It's not going to count, though. We're going to have a foul before that tip in. .103 to go, third quarter. Both teams over the limit. First free throw is short. Evan Mobley has one more free throw. Got that one. $90-74. Cavaliers up 16, under a minute to go in the third. RJ Barrett gets cut off as he tries to drive. Sends it out. And the pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Cavs. And the driving layup, no, but a foul. Jalen Tyson heads to the line looking for his first points of the game. He's frustrated with himself that he did not make that free throw to make this a three-point play. First free throw is good. Tyson's free throw. Good. 92-74 as Tyson hits both. Final half minute of the third quarter. And a foul here underneath the basket. Did they get Strus on that? It'll be his fourth if they did. Both teams over the limit. It is on Strus. That's his fourth, so he joins Jalen Tyson with 4 fouls. As the first free throw is up and good for Brandon Ingram. Couple free throws made there, make it a 92-76 game. Cavaliers have outscored the Raptors by 9 in this third quarter. Final 15 seconds, 7-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Donovan Mitchell will hit a 3. 22 for Donovan Mitchell, lead 19 for the Cavaliers. Get the final shot of the third quarter. They turnover with 3.6 seconds. Turnover number 12 on Toronto. .7. Cavs get it in. Mitchell will get the runner off, get fouled with 1.2 seconds left in the third quarter. First free throw, no good. Second free throw on the way. That's good. This was a 3-shot foul. As he was going up for the 3-point shot was Donovan Mitchell and was fouled. The last free throw was good. 97-76, 1.2. Here's the three-quarter court heave to end the third quarter. It's no good. And we head to the fourth with the Cleveland Cavaliers enjoying a comfortable 21-point lead. 97-76 after three. Cavs outscored the Raptors 36-22 in that third quarter to break open a 7-point halftime lead to 21 with 12 minutes left to play in this game one of this Eastern Conference first round series. Taking a look at the through three quarters. Cavs at 52% from the floor, 32 of 62. They are 13 of 28 from three at 46%, 20 of 26 at the free throw line for 77%. They're 20 of 26, but they have missed. They're just 9 of their last 15 from the line. Cavs hit their first 11. Meanwhile, the Raptors, they're at 26 of 54 shooting for 48%, 9 of 19 from three, 47%, and 15 of 22 at the free throw line for 68%. Cavs have a 10 rebound edge, 30-20 over the Raptors. Raptors have turned it over 12 times. Cavaliers have turned it over 9. Toronto's led by R.J. Barrett's 18 points. Brandon Ingram has 17, 14 out of Jamal Sheed and 13 out of Scotty Barnes. Cavaliers are led by Donovan Mitchell's 24 points. Max Strus off the bench has 19, 18 out of James Harden and 17 out of Evan Mobley. As the Cavaliers have a 21-point lead with 12 minutes left to play in this first game of this series. So the Raptors are going to have some kind of valiant comeback here in this last fourth quarter, in this final quarter, if they don't want to start this series in a 1-0 hole. About 30 minutes away from tip-off between the Timberwolves and the Nuggets in Denver. 3 hours from tip-off at Madison Square Garden in New York. Game one between the Hawks and Knicks. And the day wraps up with game one of Rockets-Lakers out in Los Angeles. Cavaliers bring it up to start the fourth quarter. 3-point shot on the way is good to begin the fourth. (100-76). Bounce pass to Barrett. Going outside. Here's the three-pointer on the way. That is good. I'm going to attempt this name. I haven't watched enough Raptors games this year to really get it. I'm going to attempt this name for this Raptors player that just hit that three. Sandro Mamu Kalashvili. I'm sure that's not right, but shot up, missed at the other end by Cleveland, and the Raptors get it the other way and draw a foul. Scotty Barnes will head to the free throw line. Here's a stat for you. Raptors led the NBA this season in fast break points with just shy of 19 fast break points a game. Today, their fast break points for the Raptors, 1. Barnes hits the first free throw. And Barnes hits them both. Lead is 19 for the Cavaliers. Schroeder with it on the outside. Schroeder on the drive, gets free underneath and lays it in with the right hand. .102.81. Corner three-pointer, good. They'll make it 102.84. And what do we got here? We just had a technical foul given, it looks like. Double technical, it looks like, maybe. Against Tyson and Barnes. Oh, yeah, there was a little fracas there after the play. Cavaliers bring it up here with Donovan. And this is going to be an offensive foul against Cleveland. It's going to go against Schroeder. Getting a little chippy here in the second half between these two teams. Sheed on the drive. Sheed will back it back out. Sheed, the runner with the right hand. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Cleveland. And another open lane underneath and a dunk for Donovan Mitchell. There was nobody under the basket for Toronto, and Mitchell had an easy lane to the basket and a dunk. And there's another Toronto turnover. And another layup. This one won't go. Mitchell gets his own rebound and puts it back and scores. 106.84. It is all Cavs, especially in the second half. Timeout called by Toronto. Cavaliers in cruise control here in the fourth quarter, leading 106.84. Just under 9.5 to go. So the Raptors now have turned it over 14 times in this game. Another reminder, I'll be on stream with some Major League Baseball action. Braves and Phillies from Philadelphia. First pitch slated for 7:15. Be on about 7 minutes prior or so, between 7 and 10 minutes prior to the first pitch. Between the and the 106-84 is our score. Just under 9.5 to go. We're in the fourth quarter. Also Toronto tonight on points in the paint, 42-22. Corner three-pointer for Toronto. That is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell will back it out and slow the offense down for Cleveland. Mitchell will now drive. Mitchell bounce pass Schroeder for three. That's off the back rim. Rebound pulled down by Toronto. Inside, backing his way in is Barnes. Gets the layup, count it, and one. Scotty Barnes will have an opportunity for a three-point play. That's the fourth foul on Schroeder. He becomes the third Cavalier with 4 fouls. Free throw is good by Barnes. 106-87. Cav lead is 19 as we hit 8.5 to go here in the fourth. Donovan Mitchell, the runner inside. He just scores 2 more. 28 for Donovan Mitchell tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Three-pointer at the other end is good for Toronto. 108-90. Mitchell drives inside and will be tied up. It's going to be a jump ball. So here's the jump ball, won by Toronto. Here's Barnes. Barnes goes up for the dunk, but gets fouled. Didn't get it to go. Jared Allen is going to be called for the foul. And Scotty Barnes will head to the line looking for 20 points. Missed the first free throw, however. Got the second free throw. Cavs up 17, under 8 minutes to play. Here's Schroeder. Schroeder will drive, kick it into the corner. Wade for three, and it's good. 3-point field goal of the game. The lead back to 20 for Cleveland. Inbound. That's almost another turnover. And now the drive and in for the dunk. That looked like a frustration dunk right there by Scotty Barnes. 111.93. Shot inside, up and good for the Cavs. That's Harden again. 113.93. Nice bounce pass there, and the layup converted for Toronto. $113.95. Ball knocked out of bounds. Right to Myles Garrett there in the first row. It's going to stay Cleveland ball. And now the Cavaliers turn it over on the inbound. Be their 11th turnover. Gonna have a timeout here with 6:24 to go. Cavs 113.95 over the Raptors. Cavaliers on their way to a Game 1 victory. .30 afternoon for Donovan Mitchell today for the Cavs. James Harden's added 20. Max Strus, a great game he's had off the bench with 19 and 17 out of Evan Mobley. Raptors are led by Scotty Barnes, 21 points, 18 out of R.J. Barrett, 17 apiece from Brandon Ingram and Jamal Sheed. .624 to go in this one. Cavaliers look well on their way to taking a 1-0 series lead and beating the Raptors for the first time this season. Raptors won all 3 regular season meetings. Just about 10 minutes away from tip-off in Denver between the Nuggets and Timberwolves game 1. Looks like Donovan Mitchell may be getting the rest of the afternoon off with his 30-point game. James Harden with the ball and will cross the timeline for Cleveland. Harden, nice behind the back pass and the dunk. A great behind the back pass by James Harden. Lead back to 20. And another Toronto turnover. 16th turnover of the game for the Raptors. Harden with it for Cleveland, and we're going to have a foul on the Raptors again. Not in the penalty yet, so this will just be a side out of bounds. Harden with it. 5.5 to go. 5 on the shot clock. Harden drives. Harden puts it up with the left hand and gets 2 more. That's 22 for James Harden. 117-95. The drive shot, no good. Foul called. It will send R.J. Barrett to the line. Looks like they're going to get Dean Wade on the foul. Free throw by Barrett is good. Barrett hits them both. Lead is 20 again at 117-97. They have pushed the Timberwolves Nuggets tip back 10 minutes, so that is now a 3:40 Eastern time tip, 1:40 out there in Denver. This is going to be a backcourt violation as Harden dribbled it right off his foot. No, they say it was tipped. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, now they're saying backcourt. I didn't think that hit anybody. Raptors ball. Here's Barrett. R.J. Barrett on the drive with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Tipped out. Toronto with the offensive rebound and a great feed underneath for a dunk for Colin Murray Boyles. 117.99. 4.5 to go. Harden. Harden off. And here's another three-pointer for Max Strus. His 4th of the game. He's got 22 points. Almost double his season points per game average. Toronto trying to answer with a 3. They do not. Toronto gets the rebound. Barrett will hit a 3. RJ Barrett with 23. And now a timeout called with 3:57 to go. Cavs up 120-102. Mitchell to inbound here for Cleveland out of the timeout. And it comes to Harden. Harden, and we've got a foul as Strus was pushed down. I think they got RJ Barrett. Toronto still has some fouls to give. Mitchell to inbound. Into Harden. Harden with a great pass inside, and Strus is fouled as he was going up for the layup. Max Strus at the line for the Cavs, and he hits the first. Got him. Back to 20. And the driving shot up, no good. Out of bounds off Cleveland. It will stay Toronto ball. And it comes. Here's a 3 in the corner that is short. Kept alive by the Raptors. And the shot up and short, but a foul. RJ Barrett will head back to the free throw line. First free throw by Barrett's no good. Got the second. Cavs lead is 19. As we approach 3 minutes left to play. Harden with it. Harden with 6 on the shot clock. Harden drives. Harden is stripped and getting a foul. A.J. Lawson picks up his 5th. So Lawson with 5. Raptors take timeout with 2:58 to play. 122-103 Cavaliers, and they will have 2 minutes 58 seconds to run out before they take a 1-game-to-none lead in this first round series. Game 2 of this series Monday night. Officials are looking at this play. I think we're going to have a Toronto challenge on that foul that was called on A.J. Lawson. Officials still over at the monitor looking at this. Gonna get the call now. So after the review, it looks like they have kept the foul on. Still no penalty yet, though. That's only the 3rd team foul. Cleveland turns it over. Nice pass underneath, and the finish for Colin Murray-Boyles. That'll give him a dozen. 122-105. Mobley, turnaround shot, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Toronto. Colin Murray-Boyles again with a dunk. Toronto within 15 at 122-107. Donovan Mitchell with an open lane underneath. He'll lay it in for the Cavs. 32 for Donovan Mitchell. And Mitchell is coming out for sure now. I thought he was coming out for good before, but he came back in the game and now will definitely be coming out along with the starters for the Cavs. Mobley coming out. Harden comes out. Coach Atkinson clearing the bench here a little bit for Cleveland. About off in Denver as we speak right now for game one of the Timberwolves and Nuggets. First of two free throws is good. Second free throw is also good. Cavaliers turn it over on the inbound, so Toronto's going to get the ball back here. And Toronto will, looks like, give it right back. Cavs bring it up as we go under 2 minutes. Will have been Larry Nance Jr. into the game for Cleveland. Shot clock at 7. Naquan Tomlin with the ball for the Cavs. He'll get the reverse layup to go. Naquan Tomlin in the scoring column. 126-109, final minute and a half. Jonathan Mogbo with the ball for the Raptors. He's in. Grady Dick into the game for Toronto. Trace Jackson Davis. There's a dunk underneath for the Raptors. And this is going to be an offensive foul against the Cavs. Final minute. Nice bounce pass inside and a foul. Send Trace Jackson Davis to the line for the Raptors. Free throw's good. Got them both. 126-113. Larry Nance Jr. Now Tyson. Tyson puts it up in the paint, missed it. Rebound Toronto. We'll try and get one more basket here as we're down to the final 30 seconds. Here's Grady Dick. Corner three-pointer, no. Rebound Cleveland. Shot clock is off. That will probably be the final shot of the game. Crowd on their feet at Rocket Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers pulled away in the second half by scoring 65 points in the second half and winning it going away 126-113 as the horn sounds. Cavaliers take a 1-0 lead in this Eastern Conference first round series. Real quick, let's run down the final numbers here for you. 55% shooting for the Cavaliers, 44 of 80, 16 of 32 from three-point range at 50%. They were 22 of 28 at the free throw line for 79%. Raptors, 37 of 71 shooting, 52%, 13 of 27 from three at 48%. 26 of 35 at the free throw line for 74%. Rebound edge today went to the Cavaliers, 33-27. Raptors turned it over 17 times. Cavaliers turned it over 15. Big edge in the paint for points in the paint for the Cavaliers, 52-36. Sorry, I'm looking at this Timberwolves-Nuggets game. It looks like Jamal Murray is hobbling off the floor. Looks like he may have suffered an injury here. I have to keep an eye on that. Individual scoring, and by the way, in this Raptors-Cavs game. Oh, Jamal Murray came down on the foot of a Timberwolves player. Came down on McDaniel's foot, looks like. Individual scoring for this game, Donovan Mitchell, 32 points for the Cavaliers, 24 off the bench from Max Strus, 22 out of James Harden, 17 out of Evan Mobley, 10 out of Jarrett Allen. 7 points from Sam Merrill, 5 out of Dean Wade. 3 points from Keon Ellis and 2 points apiece from Naquan Tomlin, Dennis Schroeder, and Jalen Tyson. For Toronto, they were led by R.J. Barrett's 24 points, Scotty Barnes with 21, 17 apiece from Brandon Ingram and Jamal Sheed, 14 points out of Colin Murray Boyles, 7 points out of Jacoby Walter, 3 out of Sandro Mamukelashvili. I don't think that's right. I apologize. 2 points from Trace Jackson Davis, Jonathan Mogbo, and A.J. Lawson to round out the scoring for Toronto. As the Cavaliers take game one, 126-113 over the Toronto Raptors and take a 1-0 lead. Jamal Murray's back out on the floor for Denver, so that's good news for them. That's going to wrap it up here on this live stream. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe from you. Also on Kick at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. You can also follow me on Twitch at Sport Guru John. I've got some content there as well. Back on with you later tonight for some Major League Baseball. Braves and Phillies from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. That is a 7:15 first pitch. Be on with you 7:05-ish or so. Get you ready for that one between the Braves and Phillies. Cavs take game one, 126-113. Appreciate you joining me, and I'll talk to you here and after a while for some Major League Baseball between the Braves and Phillies. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody. God bless.